Hi, I'm Randy Pearson, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing, and today with me I've got Brendan Crook, one of our top annuity marketers. And today we're going to talk about the Secure Act and how it's impacting the annuity business. Stay tuned. All right, Brendan, the Secure Act. I would bet you my bottom dollar that there are agents and advisors watching this video and they have no clue about what the Secure Act is and how it might impact the annuity business. Can you give them a broad brushstroke quickly here in regards to the Secure Act and what it means to them?
Yeah. So in general, the Secure Act was something implemented to allow for individuals to save more for their retirement. And the way that it impacts our industry specifically, a couple things. One, it changed the required minimum distribution age from 70 and a half to 72. So that means individuals are able to save longer and not have to withdraw their money.
And thus Uncle Sam take a piece of it sooner, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other thing it affected was how inherited IRAs are dealt with.
Intriguing. So inherited IRAs, or in other words, your ability as a consumer to create multi-generational wealth, right? Extending that wealth through generations. So is it safe to assume that the rules in the Secure Act has made it harder to extend wealth into later generations or made it easier?
It's definitely made it a little bit harder. It hasn't completely gotten rid of the ability to stretch those tax implications out, but it has definitely limited it.
Okay, so in a client, in a consumer's within their ability to extend and prolong wealth, and using an agent or advisor like those that are watching this video, is their abilities impacted more in the planning or in the product? Or in other words, are they best suited to utilize a product to try to solve problems to extend their wealth, or is it involved planning, i.e., legal documents, trusts, other type of work?
So this is going to be more on the planning side, but not in the realm that you're stating as far as having to set up certain trusts or additional documents, things like that. What it is going to do is limit the type of individual that is able to utilize something that used to be widely recognized as one of the better sales strategies, which is the stretch IRA.
Stretch IRA, exactly. Okay, so in general, without diving deep into stretch IRA, has the Secure Act helped or hurt, or how has it impacted annuity sales?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's diminished annuity sales. It just means that you're going to have to maybe set up someone with a different annuity that you might have not went with originally, something with a shorter surrender period. What the act did was designate eligible designated beneficiaries. Those categorized individuals can do a stretch IRA strategy. Anyone outside of that now has to take out or withdraw the entire account balance within 10 calendar years.
Okay, so what I got out of that was the stretch IRA is still a valid planning opportunity, but who is a designated person? Who are those people?
Yeah, so there's about 5 or so classified individuals. Those are a surviving spouse, a minor child, okay, disabled individual, chronically ill individual, or an individual not more than 10 years younger than the owner that passed.
Okay, very interesting. So those are the individuals who can still take advantage of the stretch IRA concept.
Correct.
All right, excellent. The other day I was overheard you chatting on the phone with an advisor, and you mentioned the out in 10 rule, right? I had to look at my notes, the out in 10 rule. What exactly is that, and what does that mean? How does that impact annuity sales in this concept?
Yeah, and so this is going to be for any of those individuals that fall outside of the categories that we just mentioned. And so what the Secure Act states is that those individuals have to withdraw that account balance out within 10 calendar years. And that's called the out in 10 rule. And so how that's affected annuity sales is typically you're going to have to, for those individuals, if they're wanting an annuity transaction, they're going to have to go with something that is a lesser surrender period, like a 5 or a 7 year annuity.
But not a 10?
So there are some carriers that we have in our portfolio that will, but it's very limited compared to how it used to be.
Intriguing. All right. So I'm getting from this video and conversation that there's some good and bad right there in regards to the Secure Act, right? The good news is that some of the planning strategies that have become fond for many of agents have not necessarily gone away.
No.
But the bad news is it's a bit more complicated,
Yes.
right? Which requires a bit more expertise, a bit more thought process, a bit more understanding of what it takes to sell annuities effectively. And from my perspective, I think that demonstrates one of the advantages of working with Gord Marketing, and certainly working with very smart and effective marketers like Brendan, in that we bring to the table at Gord Marketing very much a concierge type of approach. If you're an advisor, whether you're selling lots of annuities and have sold lots of annuities, or you're new to the annuity space and have never sold an annuity, you can come to Gord Marketing. We've got every broker sold product under the sun and a ton of knowledge and experience that we can bring to the table to assist you in maximizing your annuity sales opportunities. But Brendan, to get off subject for just a moment, I do want to mention, because our time on this video is running short, that this is a bit of a complicated, not overly complicated, but does require a little bit more conversation, more than we can typically squeeze in one of these 6, 7, or 8 minute selling life and annuities videos. But you know where somebody might be able to hear more about this type of concept.
Yeah. So any advisor that is coming across this case, you're just interested in learning more about the Secure Act, you can always look at the link below, give me a call or email me, or anybody on our annuity team, really. We deal with these types of situations every single day. So we are definitely here and capable to help you out.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. Brendan is always available. The other area that I was going to suggest, though, was a brand new format that we're putting out there to try to help educate advisors. And that's our podcast. Mornings with Selling Life and Annuities is a podcast that you can access. Typically, those podcasts run 20, 25, 30 minutes, where we can dive a little bit deeper into these subjects and help agents understand how to take advantage of the opportunities within the Secure Act. But listen, with that, we've really run out of time. So I would ask that if you feel like you've got some real impact out of this video, you feel like you've got some opportunities to sell more annuities, do me a favor and click subscribe at the bottom of this video, as well as the notification bell, so that when we come out with new content every Tuesday, you'll be sure to be notified. But on behalf of Brendan and myself, I'd like to say happy selling.